Just got back from our daily walk. I love our daily walks. Yesterday, between morning and afternoon, two different people's actions made me feel two different ways. One made me feel really great and nice, and the other, well, made me feel really bummed out and kind of sad. So these are the two scenarios. One scenario, that I was watching a video. The video was of a guy recording a storefront, and he was talking while he was recording the storefront. And then all of a sudden, by the edge of the screen, you see someone start to walk by. The moment they kind of got up to here, their head turned. They noticed that the guy was recording the storefront, so he quickly took a step back and started walking around the guy that was shooting the video. You could totally tell when he noticed that he was about to photobomb the scene, because he just walked in and he was on his phone and he happened to glance up and looked over and it was like, oh dang, and he totally did one of these. He kind of backtracked and then he went around. You couldn't see him anymore because he was behind the camera now. But the guy who was shooting the video actually picked up the camera and kind of turned around to acknowledge the guy that he was being so kind and nice. Like, hey, and he turns the camera and he says, it's okay, man, you can walk through there. And then in the most coolest way, as the guy's just walking with his groceries in his bag and he's making his way, he answers, no, that's cool, man, I'm just trying to be polite. Smiles, turns around, and goes on his way. Man, that choked me up on the for real. I mean, listening to that and watching that whole just real scene happen got me choked up. The fact that he said, I'm just trying to be polite, was so touching. He was being so considerate, so mindful to a stranger. Wow. Now, the second scenario. It's time for our daily walk with Tuna and Pen. We get them ready, we get ourselves ready, we all get in the truck, and we start pulling out of the driveway. Then Suhei, which is sitting passenger, says, hold on, stop, and starts to get out of the car. As she's getting out of the car, she says, let me pick these up before they become a big mess. So she hops out of the car, shuts the door. Now I get to see the mirror, and in the reflection of the mirror, on the ground, I see 4 big-ass packs of In-N-Out Burger secret sauce. These packets were huge. I don't remember them being that big. They were like, hold on. They were about 6 inches long and clearly like 2 inches wide, and they were fat. So by the time I look back up, Suhei's coming up with the dustpan in one hand, the broom in the other hand, and starts to pick them all up. Then makes her way back to the side of the house where we have our trash cans to throw them away. When I saw all this just kind of unfold, I felt so bummed out from being so excited to do one of the highlights of my day, one of the ways that I get to decompress, one of the things that I do not only for my dog, but for me. It's very special to me. That whole walk moment, it is very, very special time for me. I don't take it very lightly. My walks are very important for my body, my mind, and my soul. And at that moment, the fact that that whole scene happened just bummed me out. I got pretty sad. I was like, man, just the fact that I had to see Suhei hop out of the car and go get the dustpan and broom and pick up somebody else's trash. And on top of that, that if she would have ignored them or not seen them and ultimately not picked them up, I or somebody else would have smashed them, and it would have became a nasty mess. Let alone just the sauce spilling, but then the smell after it would start to go bad. And then later, after all that dressing would just dry and go bad and stink up, I would probably have to take out the pressure washer and pressure wash the sidewalk in the street just to get rid of it, because I didn't want to see it there for the next whatever amount of days it would take before it would just naturally disappear. Then, because I just wanted to reset this and reset this, most importantly, so I changed my perspective by saying, man, I'm so thankful that Suhei saw those packets of dressing on the ground and was able to get down and pick them up real quick before they became a huge mess for me or any of the neighbors to have to deal with. See, the thing is, neither one of those two people in both scenarios know that I'm talking about them today. But both of them had a big impact on my life in making me feel two different ways yesterday. One, great and nice. The other one, not so much. More like bummed and sad. I've come to learn, both the easy way and the hard way, that we're supposed to treat others the way that we want others to treat us. But another way to say that is make others feel how you would like others to make you feel. So be very mindful and careful as you go through your day, whether it's an easy day or a challenging day, whether you're with loved ones or with strangers, because the way you make any of them feel is the boomerang that you're throwing out of how you want others to make you feel.